Hey, for those of you that are members of the Whiplash Group but maybe don't fully understand the 4 quadrants of the Whiplash Group, I want to go over those for you. And for those of you that are looking at becoming members and want to jump in with a full understanding, obviously, quadrant 1, certification. We want to help you get certified as an expert in personal injury so that you can defend your bills better. You can better articulate between yourself, your office, and the insurance or the attorneys and the adjusters, because what you doctors do is what leverages the case for the attorneys. If you don't do your job right, they don't have the tools they need to leverage the case properly to make sure that everybody's paid properly, including, most importantly, the patient, that they get fair exchange for their time off work, the pain and suffering that they're going to have. These things leave their life completely derailed. And that's why they need an advocate, one that's sharp, trained, certified, speaks the medical legal language properly to help build a good demand letter and help settle the case. But again, they can't do that without the right documentation, workup, diagnosis, co-care between the doctors, the PTs, the MDs. So the very first part, the first quadrant of the Whiplash Group is that medical legal training so that we're all certified. And you can do it within 2 months, easy. If you just do one module a week with you or your team, you can knock it out in 2 months, and then we can change gears and start working on some of the other things for you. Quadrant number 2 is marketing. We want to market you like an expert in your field. But if you're not certified, if you haven't taken some training with tests where we can actually grade the tests and actually show when somebody says, you're certified by the Whiplash Group, who's that? What is this organization? How credentialed is it? Are we credentialed like your state boards or your national boards? No, but we at least have some sort of clout in that we are a group of like-minded experts in a niche market that is trained. We train together, we educate together, we train our staff together, and we implement and practice the things that we train with. So with that, we have a lot more leverage going in to depositions or into court. And I'm happy to help defend it. Again, it's not national boards or state boards, but it's still something better than a self-proclaimed expert. The last thing we want to do to try to defend our bill or defend a case or try to, in a depot, try to just express how good we are is because we say we are. That doesn't quite cut it. You want to have that leverage. So the certification is huge. Just knock it out quick. Get it done as quick as you can. Leverage your team so you have some accountability, either an accountability partner that's another person in the group besides myself, that you guys are trying to knock it out and get those done. Maybe a couple of you join the group together, so you've got a buddy that you're working on these things together to get that training done, or your team, because your team loves this kind of challenge. They love to see you as the doctors and attorneys going next level with your training, and they're a part of it. It makes them feel engaged. It makes them feel ownership mentality in your practice. It's powerful. So please don't underestimate, and please don't postpone your certification so we can get you into the marketing and market you as an expert. The marketing goes a lot of ways. Once you're certified, granted, we want to work inside out. Here's the problem. A lot of people are like, well, I want to hire a coach or do something that just gets new people in the door. Well, getting new people into the door, if you don't have your proper procedures, your documentation, your protocols and procedures flowing properly, CJ Mertz calls it the back door is wide open. So now you've brought people in the front door. Your side door is people that drop out early because they weren't properly educated on your procedures and protocols. They don't value your procedures and protocols. They don't trust you and what you're doing and what you're saying. And then the back door is people just falling out the back door that they don't stick around after doing care. So we want to make sure that we have our side door and back door closed, that you're getting people in the door. The side door is closed, that they're staying, paying, and referring. And the back door is closed, that they're staying, paying, and referring, maybe even after you're done with the case or the care. So those are important. So we got to get the inside out marketing working, and then we start working on the outside marketing with a book or a magazine or with what we taught over Christmas, which there's some things I can help you with marketing right out the gates. And there's some things that until you're certified, we can't go to that level. And a lot of our members even are not valuing the book and the magazine enough. The book is the new business card, and it gives you so much more credibility when you have a published book on a niche topic, such as personal injury. Even if you're not using it nationwide, you're just using it in your community, which is the one that we can help you with, and they're so affordable. And we've done all the heavy lifting. You just have an interview, and then you have a chapter that's done by you. We've done the rest of this, where we have an article that's about you and your staff, and other Whiplash Group members have written other articles through the magazine. So we have done the heavy lifting and the huge expense is reduced to a small expense. But doctors and attorneys, I am not going to pay for your marketing. Yes, I have helped leverage it so it's much more affordable and it's easier and all the heavy lifting's done, but it's still your expense for your business to market your business. Now, you can spend thousands of dollars over here on TV or billboards. I like billboards when they're done right, and I'm very good at getting those much more cost effective for you. But again, if you're spending money outside to bring people in and we don't have the inside figured out yet, it's a waste of money. So we got to do these in the right steps so that you get the best bang for your buck. The magazines and the books are such a powerful tool in your local state, in your local community. So powerful, so affordable if you guys just pull the trigger on that. So that's your quote unquote your year two, or after you do your certification. If you're a rock star and can knock it out in 8 months, 8 weeks or less, kudos, man. Let's get going on that stuff. Part three is financial review and exit strategy. Look, if we do this step and you do it right, and you're thinking, why are we doing this? I am actually trained and believe it or not, licensed in some of the stuff. I got it when I first came back from Portugal, financial advisement, whole life insurance policies, infinite banking, that kind of stuff. But I don't want to wear that hat. I I am fluent in it enough that I know which people to bring in and put in front of you as our lunch sponsors at the seminars or when we interview them through the course of the year to introduce you to them. But to do something like Garrett Gunderson talks about, where he has his engineer, his financial engineer, who's put together what is called the cash flow calculator, so that you can put it through and put in your calculations and stuff for your personal life. You can put in the calculations for your business life, and you will find leaks in your boat of your business and your home. And I guarantee you, if you do this right, you will more than cover the cost of your membership in the Whiplash Group by plugging the leaks in your business and home boats to save more money from leaking out. And then with the marketing and with the financial strategies, for example, getting your student loans under control with Student Loan Tutor. And if you don't have student loans, kudos, but most of us do, and they're crushing. And they suck the life out of us when we think they have this huge expense that's working against us to get ahead, because we can't get financially ahead and build wealth when we're still wrestling with debt. We got to get our debt under control to then start building wealth. And that's where student loan tutor comes in handy. Protecting our assets with that peace of mind that it's easier for us to work harder to build our practice and serve our community, because we don't feel like we're working so hard for things to just leak out. We're working so hard when we're exposed to the public, where if somebody is unhappy and sues us for some reason, which according to Business Finishing School, we're all going to get sued at some point in our career. So we have to build our battleship properly. And we want to use things like Legally Mine, which is one of our lunch sponsors at the seminars. And of course, you can get a hold of them any other time, to build that firewall or that castle wall and moat around our assets to protect us, which gives us peace of mind to then work more comfortably as we're growing our business, because we know things are taken care of, where we control everything, but we own nothing. So those things are important steps. Then becoming your own banker by getting that infinite banking going with life insurance, where again, peace of mind, you feel like your exit strategy is building and you're protecting your legacy and your family, but you can also borrow against that to invest in your business or to buy a car and pay yourself back with interest. You're becoming your own banker. So it's not the stress of, oh, I need this equipment for the office and the bank won't loan it to me, or I'm going to have to get a lease and it's going to cost a fortune. Why don't you just borrow it from your own money and pay yourself back with interest? And what's really cool is you can even get these insurance policies on your employees, because they are a part of your financial and your business. So legally, you can get these young people much more cost effectively, get them insurance policies, and you control the banking part, and they earn more and more of their life insurance policy that goes with them the longer they stay with you. So now you're helping them with the benefit or perk for longevity of a quality, or excuse me, for longevity of a quality employee, while you are building the financial wealth of that infinite banking, that you have access to that money, they don't, to loan to yourself or your business or your kids for a down payment on their home or whatever. This stuff is powerful, and it is a component of the Whiplash Group. We're so much more than just whiplash and personal injury. That is our tip of the spear. But for business coaching and financial coaching, we need more than that. And I don't do it. I bring in experts for you. So I hope you value them. And the fourth component is taking your expertise next level, where you help me teaching seminars or interviewing and doing great presentations for the rest of the group. So we're cross-educating, we're cross-pollinating our relationships. We're becoming a network of like-minded, highly educated, highly elevated, and highly motivated individuals in the personal injury realm. These four quadrants, these four wheels on our vehicle, make joining the Whiplash Group, growing your practice, growing your home life, protecting your practice in your home life, and elevating your comfort and status as an expert in a certain field that is so important, that medical legal field. These four quadrants are the balancing parts of the Whiplash Group. Please don't ignore one to go after another. Schedule the time and invest some of your time in in black belting each of these four quadrants. I sure appreciate you being in the Whiplash Group. You have no idea how much I sincerely and humbly appreciate the members of the group and those that are referred into the group or are looking at joining our group. This is a nationwide movement of like-minded, hardworking individuals with impeccable ethics to do this job right, that we clean up what is otherwise a dirty business of personal injury. It shouldn't be, but unfortunately it is, because so many people dabble in it. Please don't be a dabbler. Let's be a black belt in personal injury together.